Hello again my dudes, this is Kadima, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to show you how to summon 2 boss fights at Black Myth Wukong Chapter 2 as soon as you get to this location, which is the Squall Hideout. In this location you'll be able to fight a specific boss, which is the Stone Vanguard, but if you go through the effort of collecting a little something before you reach that area, you can actually have a second boss joining you for that fight, actually killing the Stone Guard for you. To do this, you will have to gather 6 Buddha eyes from 6 Buddha faces statues. This being the first one as soon as you arrive right next to the shrine. If from that first one you take a right and you go next to this tree, you keep carrying forward, you will reach the second statue of the Buddha's head by going up these stairs. Watch for the enemies as they have ranged attacks, and they can be very annoying as they will stun you out of your attacks, so be mindful of that. There's also an NPC down below which is not actually related to this to these boss fights, but is somehow connected to one of the other bosses in one of the locations you are going to visit. However, we are going to focus only on the 2 bosses I've mentioned before, Shigandan and Stone Vanguard. This will be where you collect the second Buddha eyeball, just up the scaffolding. And upon collecting this one, all you have to do is go back down safely, because if you jump from the top you can break your legs and cause yourself some injury. And also there's this little chest along the way with some items that you can sell for will. If you cross this bridge and then carry on forward, the third Buddha statue is right in front of you. So this is 3 out of 6. To save yourself some time and avoid walking around in circles, to get the next one, all you have to do is carry on forward from the path and then take a left. There is an enemy just ahead, and because of this I'm already charging my heavy attack, so I can do a chunk of damage as soon as I arrive. And here we go, boom! And then I just finish him off with a couple of light attacks. There's also a chest in this location, so take the time to stop and collect the loot. Now, from this chest you're going to return to your left, going down this path, slightly start turning right, but there's another chest here that you might want to collect for the loot as well. Again, go down, there's an enemy there that I am about to ignore, as I'm actually only interested in getting the Buddha eyeballs. And this is where you will find the 4th eyeball that you need to activate Shigandan boss next to the Stone Vanguard. They are exactly in the same location, however this one requires manual activation. So this is eyeball number 4. If from here you travel back down from where you came, avoid this enemy, you can then resupply your gourd by absorbing this will. Carry on this path and then gently take a left and go up the next path. Keep in mind there are some tough enemies here. One of them is an actual spirit that will do a tremendous amount of damage, and it's going to be a little hard to kill, so I suggest avoiding it for now. Use Cloud Step to dodge and avoid him completely. Carry on through this path and then take a right, and you'll be exiting in this outside area where you will find the 5th Buddha statue, and you can collect the 5th Buddha eyeball. We are only 1 eyeball short now, so we are going to return from where we came. That means going left from where we arrived at this location. We're gonna go down. Keep in mind that that spirit is tough to kill and we want to avoid it for now. Once we defeat the Shigandan boss, we can actually craft his weapon, which will make killing enemies much easier. Take the time to rest at the shrine and activate it, because this will be a safe area for you to return to, and it's called Rock Rest Flat. Now the last Buddha eyeball is just after that shrine to the left. You'll find it on the floor. And from here you can actually access the boss fight directly just by traveling forward from this location to the right. But I don't want to be followed by that enemy, so I'm going to return to the shrine to rest and resupply my mana. Now from here, as I said, we're gonna walk past the last Buddha eyeball statue. You're gonna go through this port key and you will see this gigantic boulder to your left. This is Shigandan. If you activate this boss before you continue to walk forward, you have Stone Vanguard fight Shigandan while you can just sit down and relax and watch a good wrestling fight. This is one of the aspects of Wukong that I actually love the most. The little fact that I can watch this fight and have Shigandan, an optional boss, kill an actual boss that is part of the main path to carry on and progressing through the game. It's absolutely amazing. The other good news for you guys that are attempting to do this is if you actually die to Shigandan, no problem. He will return to being a boulder in its statue form and he will not attack you unless you activate him again. So even if you struggle to defeat him, do not panic. You can always turn back, carry on progressing through the game, and as soon as you feel comfortable and strong enough, you can always try again. But this is the amazing move that I appreciate Shigandan doing and killing the Stone Vanguard for us by doing this wrestling move. However, because I truly want his weapon, which will be a key ingredient in our build going forward, I am going to demonstrate how to kill him. You also get the Stornus of Stone, which is an item you are going to need to progress in Chapter 2. Nice heavy hit. As you can see, we have a little bit of an advantage because the Stone Vanguard actually did some of the damage himself. So this is a good opportunity for us to now start dishing out some damage with combinations of light attacks and the Wandering Wit. Now, I'm using the Pilgrim set, which as you probably know boosts the damage after sprinting for a certain period of time, and this stacks up to 10 times, 1 time per second. And as you can see, I'm just running around, charging my heavy until I have enough, and I cause some serious damage to the boss by releasing the heavy attack. If you do not have the Pilgrim set, do not panic. You can do this in a different fashion. You can just stand behind his heels, stand behind his legs, and do light attack combos, which will be a safe place to be. All you have to do is dodge and avoid his hands and his jumping attacks and the shockwaves that he causes. However, to make this fight a bit easier on myself, I'm using the Pilgrim set. However, unfortunately I missed that hit, so I'm gonna do some light attacks on his legs and try to get some focus build up. He's actually a bit furious right now, probably because he's not happy that I've been causing him so much pain with my smashing attacks. Try to avoid these shockwaves. I am not doing a great job at this at the moment. As you can see, if anything, I'm actually ashamed of my performance, but no problem. I'm not trying to play perfectly, just to showcase that even when you mess up, you can achieve your goals and kill this boss. I am out of gourd, as you can see, but no reason to panic. The boss does not have that much HP left. And all I have to do is play safely and try to charge my heavies while I sprint using the Pilgrim set. Now that it's charged, I release and I cause that sweet damage on his arm. I managed to dodge that attack. I'm using Immobilize, and this is where you should hit him in case you do not have the Pilgrim set, as it's the safest location. He will hardly attack you if you do it from behind his legs. He will do this attack with his hand, which is pretty easy to dodge. But again, charging my heavy with the Pilgrim set, I'm going to run and sprint around as much as I can to increase the damage, and then when I release, I do a nice chunk of damage. Try to avoid that shockwave, but I didn't do very well. And then I transform just to ensure that I do not lose this fight just at the end. let me remind you guys that the importance of killing this boss is more than just getting rid of the Stone Vanguard, which is a boss that will drop you the item you need to progress in chapter 2, but also because the Heart of Stone is the material you require to craft the best weapon you can have in chapter 2, which you are about to see in the next boss guide videos going forward. But as for now, this is the build as I currently had it for this boss fight. As you can see, it's nothing extraordinary. It's quite simple, quite easy. And this is the relic I'm using. And this is my sparks distribution. Now investing in martial arts, as you can see. And smash stance is also pretty much all there. And I have access to the 4th focus points. Nothing on mysticism, alteration or transformations. My focus now is on the martial arts. And I'm going to take the time to make that investment. And start leveling up my stamina tree as well. This is the build and the video with the instructions on how to kill Shigandan and the Stone Vanguard in one go. You will also get the Shigandan of Feeling, which is an item I will make a separate video for later in the future. Stay tuned if you're interested in knowing more about that. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you guys take care. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Cheerio!